Hello everyone, welcome to my first Pokemon Unite theory video. So, for this one, I wanted to do a little mini-series, I guess. Predicting the next 3 Pokemon Unite Pokemon, my concepts, what they would do, and just a general feeling of how I think the character would work in the game. And why I would like to see the character in the game, potentially. So, this is part 1. 2 more parts are coming, and if you want to see more, maybe I'll do more. But these are at least predicting the next 3 characters. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. So, the first character I have created here is Alcremie. Alcremie is a character that has been pretty popular in the rumor department for the game right now, ever since the anniversary started. So, I also do believe Alcremie is probably coming to the game. So this is my take on what Alcremie would do, what it could look like, some features it could have, what makes it unique. To start off with, Alcremie would be a ranged supporter. Alcremie is known more of in the games as a special attacker, or at least more of as a ranged character. So I would make it a ranged special attacker. I forgot to put special attacker on there. And then I would also make it a supporter, because that's, once again, how it is in the only game it has existed in, being Sword and Shield. So I thought, why not make it, ranged special attack supporter? So, we obviously have Milcery. Milcery evolves into Alcremie, if you did not know that. I chose level 5 to be the evolution level because I wanted to make it a bit more unique of a character, because all the supports get their stuff at level 4. So I decided let's make it level 5, and also because it's level 5 evolution, I decided to go for a bit weaker of an early game support, but a lot stronger late game support. That was sort of the idea behind building Alcremie in this way. So, that's that. Another thing that I based Alcremie off of was a different type of support character. I wanted Alcremie to be more of a in-the-middle support character, if that makes sense, where you have a character, in the middle, and then the whole team surrounds them. So, the whole design philosophy of Alcremie that I came up with was a character that sort of all of your teammates want to surround and be boosted by it, because all of Alcremie's support abilities can affect everyone around it. So that's how I designed the character. And in order to fit with that design, I decided that Milcery would have a smaller attack range. It would still be ranged, it would still be special attack damage, but it would be a smaller attack range. And then when it evolved into Alcremie, it wouldn't be as big as Gardevoir or anything like that, but it would be a bigger attack range. So I decided that that would be a decent idea for how the character would work, and also something that makes it a bit more unique. The general stat line of the character, because I didn't come up with the exact detail, oh yeah, there's this much health, this much attack, defense, da-da-da-da-da. So I decided to go for more of just the basic idea of what it would look like. So I decided to make its offense a 4, which is going to be higher than, your Blissey, your Eldegoss, and these other supports, while it's weaker than Hoopa. Its endurance is going to be more of, once again, middle of the line, not really too defensive on the supporter side, but not really too weak, I guess, on the supporter side. Mobility, it's going to have no mobility moves. It will be slower, but it will, it's meant to just be that center of attention. So, it's just sort of going to be there. Nothing too special about, mobility. Scoring will just once again be a nice average scoring, nothing too big, nothing too small. And then the support, I want this character to be full support, so I decided to make that a 9. and dedicated truly to being that supportive role. Another thing that happens to Alcremie in Sword and Shield, like I said, the only game that it currently exists in, is the fact that it can change form. So doing different actions and giving it different things will make it evolve into a different look of Alcremie. So I decided, you know what, let's go sort of put that in Pokemon Unite. Now, I know there's about like 70, I think, something like that, maybe less, 60, 70, different forms of Alcremie. So I don't think they should add every form, because that would be a little too much, but maybe just like the different colors or different like flavor that it has. So maybe that would be a total of like 10 forms, we'll say. And the way you would get the form is if you perform a certain action. The first time the first action you were to complete, you would get that form. So let's say one of the tasks is, in order to get the blueberry Alcremie, you have to basic attack 20 times. If you basic attack 20 times before accomplishing any of your other tasks, you get the blue Alcremie. Another task could be like, oh, use your R button, at least, my R button, because I play on the Switch. Your R button attack 10 times. Or reach level 4. Stuff like that, just something basic that any character could do. And that will, if you accomplish it first, give you that form. Now, I do know that this could be bad also for the game, in the fact that you will have those types of people who only want the one form, and if they don't get the one form of Alcremie, then they'll leave the game and stuff like that. And you will have that potentially, but I thought that this would be more of a fun mechanic to add in the game, and hopefully people wouldn't do that, but we all know they would. And yeah, I just thought, that would be a fun little idea there. Now it's time to get into the actual general attack and ability philosophies of the character. So, it's boosted attack. Every third attack, you heal yourself and then a member of your team with the lowest health with your attack range. So, every character has an attack range. Alcremie's gets bigger when it evolves. And once you use your third attack, or your boosted attack, whoever the lowest teammate is within that attack range, they will heal, and you will heal also as well. Just something nice, simple, nothing too complicated. And it mainly, once again, just group together, stick together, work with the Alcremie. Alcremie's ability is Sweet Veil. While any allies, including Alcremie, because Alcremie is, you're playing as Alcremie, so obviously you're an ally to yourself. So while you or any of your allies are in the Pokemon's attack range, their passive healing is doubled, and any hindrance experienced are reduced. So pretty much, once again, if you are close to Alcremie, you will get passive healing doubling, which isn't too much of a factor. It's a very minuscule thing in the game, but it could help, double healing, why not? Let's say you're healing 5 or 10 health we'll say 10. Let's say you're healing 10 health every second. Instead of healing 10 health, you're healing 20 health, and that could just, help in a fight. Because let's say you're having this massive fight now, just getting passive 20 health every second isn't that bad. So, yeah, that would be that effect. And then, hindrances experience being reduced. That's great. I don't know by how much, but if you're knocked up in the air, you're knocked up in the air for less time, as long as you're close to Alcremie. And Alcremie permanently has the effect because it's an ally of itself, so it's always going to be having its effect. So it's just pretty much just a complete passive effect that's always active, as long as you're near Alcremie. Here we are again with the actual moves of the character, and I know this one looks a little more cramped. I had to squeeze it in because I had already started, and I didn't feel like redoing the whole entire thing. I wanted to more get this out as soon as I could because I thought it looks nice enough, but it definitely could be a little better. But I'll know that next time for the next few characters. But hopefully it's good enough. I'll read it anyway. It didn't look too bad, at least, so you guys should be able to somewhat tell what's on there. So we'll start off with the level 1 to 3 moves for Alcremie. Its 2 level 1 to 3 moves are Recover and Sweet Scent. Recover is just simple. You restore some health of your own and then also one of your teammates' health instantly. This is just pretty much, I wanted to sort of make it like a synthesis heal pulse, just all those other like basic level 1 healing moves hybrid. So, synthesis, you instantly heal all teammates in the area. So I took that instantly part there, and then heal pulse is just yourself and then one teammate. So I made this to where it'll heal more than synthesis instantly, pretty much. So you have the instant effect from synthesis, and then you have the same healing, we'll say, from like heal pulse, maybe even higher than that, and it'll just be instant healing for you and your teammate. And I put that on a 10-second cooldown. I thought that was fine for 10 seconds. One thing is I didn't exactly go for, like, I'm not sure if these are 100% balanced or not, but this is what I thought would be balanced, so, you guys can obviously tell me what you guys think. And then its other level 1 to 3 move is Sweet Scent. You pick a target, their defenses are lowered, and it does a little bit of damage, and that's every 7 seconds. That's just the nice basic damage ability for any supporter. It gets those at level 1 to 3, and then when it evolves, it gets its next moves at level 5. You get your choice of either Misty Terrain or Decorate. So, both of these obviously combo well with the other level 6 moves, and I chose level 5 as it learning its first move because that's its evolution level. And I thought that would be a good time to actually learn the moves. Because, like I said, I'm trying to make it a bit more of like a late game support than an early game support. So we'll see how well I did that, though. For Misty Train, you will place down an area around Alcremie. Think of it as like an Aurora Veil, sort of. Just this nice circular area around you. The defenses and hindrance resistance of your team will be increased if they are inside the radius. So as long as you or any of your teammates are inside the radius, we'll say they get 10%, 20% defense increase, and I'm talking about physical and special defense. When I say defenses, that just means both. Same thing with attacks. If I say attacks, it means both attack and special attack. I just thought that was easier than writing, attack and special attack. It's just defenses and attacks. Anyway, so the defenses, we'll say, are going to be increased by 20% if anyone is inside the terrain of the terrain that is misty. And then hindrance resistance, once again, goes up by maybe 10%. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know exactly if these numbers sound balanced or not, but that's just my general thought. That's why I didn't write the exact numbers on there, because I didn't know how they would be balanced or not. So I'm I'll just leave those out for the moment. So Misty Train, like I said, is more meant to work like Aurora Veil, except a supportive Aurora Veil more. It's going to be stronger, and it's going to encourage your team, hey, everyone sit in this area, Because if you sit in the area, anytime the opponents want to fight you, you're going to have more defenses, and you're going to be more resistant to any of their hindrances, so you will be able to fight better in the area. And I put that on a 12-second cooldown, and then the time of the radius existing will probably be 6 or 7 seconds. I thought would be fine. I'm not sure if that's enough time or not, but that's what I went for. At level 11, you get Misty Train Plus. Misty Train Plus is pretty simple. All status conditions do no damage if they are used by an opposing player, still affected by the effects, but no damage is taken. And then the cooldown will now be 11 seconds. So it'll still last for the same amount of time, still like 6 or 7 seconds. But the cooldown would be reduced to 11 seconds. Another thing that might sound weird is all status conditions do no damage, but if they are used by an opposing player. So pretty much what that means is, for example, Sludge Bomb. Okay, so, and I'm also talking about Gengar. So Gengar's Sludge Bomb, you throw giant bomb of sludge, and it hits targets, it does damage. Okay, and then you get poisoned for 5 seconds, we'll say. I don't know the exact time, but I'll say 5 seconds after the initial hit. So, when you throw in that poison, you will still take the damage if it hits a Misty Terrain. You will still get the poisoned effect, but you would not take the damage from those 5 seconds of poison after the initial Sludge Bomb. Think of it also as like Scald Slowbro. Scald Slowbro would do the same exact thing, to where, you use Scald, and then you get burnt if you're in the area, and you take that constant bit of burn damage. You don't take that constant bit of burn damage, it's more just, you're still burnt, you're still slowed, but you don't take the damage from it. Thought that was just a fun, unique effect there. And also, I did word it in the way to where, like, you can do it for Zapdos or any other objective Pokemon as well, because it only says if it's used by an opposing player. Meaning all of your team's effects will still activate, but if an opponent's player uses the move, anything in Misty Train will not take this additional damage. So let's say Slowbro uses Scald at Zapdos, and you Misty Terrain Plus on top of Zapdos. The Zapdos will not be taking that extra burn damage, making it harder for steals and stuff like that through those means. So, I don't know how every move will work with Misty Terrain Plus, but I thought that was a fun effect. Those were some of the things that I thought of, at least, that would be unaffected. Once again, though, it's encouraging everyone to get together on your team. So, next move, you have Decorate. That's other level 5 move. Decorate, I designed to be similar to Mr. Mime Guard Swap, except hopefully better. So, Decorate only works for your teammates also. You cannot use it against an enemy. So, pretty much you select a teammate and attach a beam to them. Like I said, Mr. Mime things, again. As long as you're within a certain range of them, their attacks and attack speed will be increased. Attacks referring to both physical attack and special attack. And then you have just attack speed, which is attack speed. And then the longer you are connected, the more these stats increase. And you can use that every 10 seconds. So this move, I wanted to make it more of a better guard swap, sort of. That was sort of the idea, and I thought Decorate would be a good move to do that. Because in the games, you target, a teammate, and exclusively a teammate, I believe. And you can boost their stats. So I'm like, okay, we'll put that in this game, We boost their attack, we boost their attack speed. Sounds pretty good, but you have to sit within a certain range of them. And then I added the additional effect of the longer you are connected, the more these stats increase. So let's say, for example, you have to, for the first 10 seconds, you are connected to a teammate. That teammate will get 5% attack damage and special attack damage, and then 5% attack speed. And then after 10 seconds, between 11 and 20 seconds, that teammate will get 10% attack damage, special attack damage, and attack speed. And then within 21 to 30 seconds being the cap, so once you hit 30 seconds, you can still be attached to that teammate, but you cannot boost their stats anymore, because that would be too good. Let's say you're together for a minute and they're at like 100% boosted attack speed and attack damage. That would be too good, I thought. So we'll leave it at like 15% attack speed at level for 30 seconds of being together, and 15% attack damage and special attack damage. And then I decided to put it on a 10-second cooldown because I'm like, okay, after 10 seconds, if you don't want to stay connected to your teammate, you can get rid of the teammate's first boost, and then you just pick a different teammate. Once Decorate ends, the effects go away. So it's not like they'll last continuing on, they are just gone if the beam is disconnected. So once again, this encourages two people to stick together more, which comes at that, risk-reward factor of, ooh, we're together, so we're stronger, but also they have an easier time knocking us both out since we're together. Level 11, you get Decorate Plus. Decorate Plus increases your range. You and your teammate can be connected, so that's pretty much just making it a bit easier to stay far apart and deal with multiple things. And then you have our level 6 moves. Our first level 6 move is Misty Explosion. So, Misty Explosion, an explosion around Alcremie occurs shortly after activation. So imagine if you did the Catch-'em Electrode. Okay, so the Catch-'em quick mode. You use Electrode Self-Destruct, I believe it is. It blows up after, like a second of clicking the button. This would do a similar thing, except it does not defeat itself when using it. Alcremie would still be alive. It wouldn't take damage to itself. It would just sort of blow itself up, but still be fine in the center of it. So, the blast damages enemies and heals allies. So think of it sort of like an Eldegoss Cotton Cloud Crash, I believe. Eldegoss's Unite move. For you do it, damages enemies, heals allies. There's no knockback on it. It's just more of you just damage and heal. That's really all, except it would be obviously weaker than that because that'd be a little too good to give it a Unite move as one of its basic attacks. So, boosted effects in Misty Train. So if Misty Explosion is with Misty Terrain, you do more damage and you will give more healing to your teammates and enemies. And then more healing for ally attached to Decorate. So if an ally is attached to Decorate and you Misty Explosion, they will only get more healing. And I put that on a 9-second cooldown. And then at level 12, you have Misty Explosion Plus. This just simply increases the blast radius of your explosion. The whole concept behind this move is more of, like, once again, you're close to your teammates, you heal them. If the enemies are too close to you, they'll take a bunch of damage. And then Misty Train I wanted to make more exclusively work with Misty Explosion because those two actually do work together in the games, so I thought those would be a fun little combination to pair together. The next one is Sweet Kiss at level 6. This one I made a little more, I guess, of a standalone move. Even though it is meant to work more with Decorate, but still, it doesn't necessarily work fully with Decorate. But you can combine it with Decorate, and it would still work fine. So pretty much Sweet Kiss, you kiss your teammates, including yourself, and enemies. So you can kiss anyone on the map you want to. And up to 2 times each. And when a certain threshold is passed, allies heal from the kisses, enemies take damage from your kisses. So pretty much, you kiss yourself, teammates, or enemies, and when they pass, we'll say 50% health. If a teammate has a kiss on them, they will heal 5% health, for example. If an enemy hits 50% health, they will take 5% damage from it. And if you hit 50% health, then you heal from it. And then you can do this up to 2 times on each person. So, let's say you have a Cinderace next to you. You kiss them twice, and then the next time they would hit 50% or below, they would heal 10% health. Let's say the enemy has a Greninja. You kiss a Greninja twice. That Greninja, once they hit 50% health or lower, will take 10% damage because they have 2 kisses on them, 5% per kiss. The kiss lasts until activated. So once you kiss someone, you don't have to worry about it running out after like a minute of time. It will be a permanent use. And then once the kisses are able to be used again, you can just kiss them again. Once a target uses the kisses, you can kiss them again. I already mentioned that. Misty Train boosts allies' kisses. Decorate boosts targets' kisses. So in Misty Train, anyone in Misty Train will get more kiss health, while Decorate will boost only the target's kisses. So Misty Train might boost it up to like 8%. So any kisses activated in, Misty Train will gain 8% instead of 5% health. And then any kisses for Decorate boosts will increase to like 10% per kiss. So you can get a total of 20% per kiss there. Or sorry, 20% total. And I put that on 7-second cooldown because I want that to be more of like the commonly used move that's just sort of there. Since the kisses last forever, I'm like, okay, put it on like a nice like middle of the road cooldown. And then Sweet Kiss Plus, when an enemy kisses activate, they are slowed. This gives Alcremie a little bit more of a slow to it, to where if, the kiss is activated at level 12, then they are just slowed. Nice, simple, nothing too hard. And once again, like I said, the whole design concept of this character is just stick together, help your team, heal your team, support your team. So finally, we have Alcremie's Unite move. So for Alcremie's Unite move, it's just simply cake. You just have this cake, because everyone's excited for cake. That's why there's 3 exclamation points after cake. Because who doesn't love cake? So Alcremie carries a cake. All allies gain more attack damage. So attack and special attack, and also defense, being defense and special defense, in the cake area. And then Alcremie's attack range is how big the cake area is. If Alcremie is defeated, the effects are removed. And that's 130-second cooldown. So pretty much what's going to happen, once again, like all its other moves, if you're in, the area of effect, you'll get more attack damage and special attack, and then defense, and then special defense. As long as you're in there, Alcremie will obviously have the boosted, speed and stuff like that, so Alcremie can run around, do whatever it wants. It can still attack while holding the cake. And then the effects will last for 10-15 seconds, we'll say. I don't know if that's balanced. At least 10 seconds, I would think, would be balanced for it. And then maybe the cooldown doesn't start recharging until after it's either defeated or the 10 seconds is over. So technically it would be a bit longer than 130 seconds for the cooldown. But yeah, just once again, getting everyone to group up together and do things together. Is there any other details that I missed on here? Pretty much all of these will be ranged attack focus. Misty Terrain, I believe, is the only one that would not really be like a ranged attack, and it's more of just an area attack. Everything else you can use from range and target things from across from you. Because I was looking at Sweet Kiss just now, and I'm like, ooh, that could be a little deceiving, to where like you have to get close to use the Sweet Kiss. You aren't meant to get close when using the Sweet Kiss. You can kiss them from a range. Think of it like Draining Kiss Sylveon. Or you can just sort of blow a kiss at someone. Same idea. You can just blow a Sweet Kiss to someone. Should have probably mentioned it earlier, but oh well, I'm mentioning it now. And I think that's all for the character. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for coming and watching, and hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you're excited for the next 2 characters I will be doing. If you looked at the title screen, you obviously saw the other 2 characters I will be talking about. Those videos will come out later. When? I don't know. But I wanted to get this one done first due to, all the talks about it. And I'm like, I've been thinking about adding this character for a while. It's been in my plans ever since I saw it on the anniversary cake. And I'm like, yeah, So I wanted to get this one out before, you know, it gets officially leaked and stuff like that. And then it's like, okay, well then my take on Alcremie is a little worse. So yeah, that's what I came up with. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you are excited for more episodes to be coming in the future. And I hope you guys are there. So once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.